everyone, welcome back to my channel. There is a man in the apartment directly across staring. Oh no, he's looking away now. Okay, but he's also wearing sunglasses and it's not sunny. Anyway, it has been months and months and months since I've done a favourites video, and I've collected quite the array of favourite products, and I thought who better to share them with than you lovely people. So I'm going to jump straight in. I'm also going to try a little bit of fancy editing work where I'm going to show you the products in action, little close-ups. Let me know how you find that editing, because honestly it makes my life a little bit more difficult, but if you really like it I'll keep doing it, but if you don't give a shit about it just let me know and I will just like cut that out. So I'm also going to show you a couple of fails at the end. These are all makeup products. If you'd like me to do a non-beauty favourites video where it could be like lifestyle stuff, books, food, snacks, stuff like that, let me know if that is something you'd be interested in seeing, because I think that'd be something a little bit different. But let me know anyway in the comment section down below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, definitely hit the subscribe button or click this here and that will bring you to the subscribe page and you can subscribe there. I'd love to have you in my YouTube family. And if you'd like to follow me on my social medias, they're all right here. Snapchat is probably the one I use the most. Instagram has kind of fallen by the wayside lately. I really need to pull my socks up in relation to that, and I tweet quite a bit as well, and my Facebook page is reasonably active as well, so go like my social media if you want. So let's jump straight into the favourites. I'm going to start with foundation, and I have two that I have been absolutely obsessed with. The first is the Inglot YSM foundation. I've been using this really consistently for the past few months. It's probably like down to here by now, so it's half used. It's really handy for travel, as you can see, because it's really compact, it's plastic, it's not going to break, it's not heavy. I find the coverage absolutely beautiful. As you can see from the cutaway, it applies amazingly. It feels weightless on the skin. It's quite a thick consistency, so it is more of a cream. Well, it actually says on the package that it's a cream foundation, so it's a cream foundation. I have it in the shade 40 and it's what I'm wearing today. I think it's a pretty good match. What do you think? Have you used this before? It's €20, which I think is pretty reasonable for a higher end foundation, because Inglot, it's not chemist brand. It's not quite high end, it's kind of in the middle somewhere, but I find the quality amazing. I find the colour really nice. They have an amazing colour selection and it is vegan. There you go. Really like this. Find it lasts really well on my skin. I have kind of combination-ish skin. I'm kind of oily around here and my chin, but I find this sits really well on all of my face, so I think it'd actually be pretty good for every skin type. Maybe not very dry skins or very oily skins, so anywhere in the like middle spectrum I think I'd really like this foundation. Second foundation I've been loving but also hating as well. This is the EX1 Invisiwear foundation. Again, as you can see, I've used loads of it. It comes in gorgeous packaging, nice copper lid. This is plastic, it's plastic. I get mine online. EX1 actually sent me all their light shade range, which is amazing. And my shade is probably, yeah, it's this one, 1.0, which is the absolute lightest. Trust me, I am as light as they come. Fair. So, love this foundation. I have actually a review on my channel and I will link that. I'll put a card up here. I'll put a card somewhere. I don't know which corner it's in. I'll put a card somewhere if you'd like to go see my review of it. Really love this foundation. Amazing coverage, applies beautifully, lasts really well. I would say this is more for the normal to oily side. The only problem I have is the fucking packaging. The pump has gone all jackety on all of my bottles, so it's obviously a quality issue. I'm not going to demonstrate it now, but basically when you pump it can spray everywhere. It's really annoying. So when I pump it onto my palette, I kind of have to pump and put my hand around it to stop the splashback, which is really bloody annoying, but I still love the foundation. So EX1, get your shit together. Next is my Holy Grail concealer. I spoke about this probably 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and I actually texted my friend Rebecca recently. I was like, Rebecca, I need a really nice concealer that's not going to settle into my fine lines. It's creamy and has really good coverage. What do you reckon? And she was like, Laura, you're NYX. Do you not still use that? And I was like, oh my god, no! So I actually went and I picked up another tube of the NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealer, and I use the shade number 2. 1 is like white. 2 is light enough, I think, for anyone. And as you can see from the cutaway, it provides really nice coverage, lovely doe foot applicator, really affordable, I think it's €5 or €6, and it lasts really well, doesn't settle into my fine lines, so if you're like me and you're getting a little bit older and some texture under the eyes, highly recommend this. Really, really, really love it. Next is my holy grail powder. I absolutely effing love this powder, and this is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. Now, someone told me you can actually use this as a primer, so you can put it on before you put on your foundation. I haven't tried that. I don't really want it. I use it as a finishing powder or a setting powder. So I apply this over my foundation. As you can see, it's nearly time for me to repurchase. I think this is about 28 or 30 euro, but it just airbrushes the skin. So your skin might look flawless or like pretty clear when you have your foundation and your concealer on, but this just adds that finishing airbrush touch. It mattifies the skin, it keeps me matte all day, but I don't look cakey or flat. It's kind of hard to explain. It just makes you look diffused. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I love this powder, and it's in the shade, I think it's translucent. Yeah, it's one shade for all. Absolutely gorgeous powder, and I really need to repurchase it, like now. Next is a tool, and this is from Freedom, which I think is the same brand as Revolution. Am I right when I say that? And this is the contouring brush. As you can see, it's the perfect shape for contouring. I initially got this and I was like, well, I have my own method for contouring, I don't need to change it. But then one day I said, you know what, I'm feeling pretty damn wild today, I'm going to give it a go. So I whipped it out, popped it in my contour powder, and it's changed my it's changed my face basically. As you can see from the cutaway, it makes such a difference with minimal effort. You literally just have to stamp it down, flick up a little bit to blend. Amazing. Love, love, love this brush, and it's synthetic fibres as well, so it's really, really good. I have not used this for cream contouring, just for powders, just FYI, and I love it. Last favourite before we jump into the fails, this is the Essence Make Me Brow Setting Gel Mascara stuff. This is kind of a fairly blatant rip-off of a higher end product that looks the exact same, and from what I know it performs the exact same as well. I haven't used the higher end one. So basically this is just like, I use this after I've applied my brow powder, and it just gives that hair-like effect back to my brows, where it might look blocky after I've done the filling in with the shadow, but when I put this in, it just brings the hairs back into it, you know, it gives texture to your brows. As you can see from the cutaway, it also keeps the hairs in place all day. And I don't know, does it have like little fibres? Yeah, it has tiny little fibres in it, which add a little bit more, what's the word, like fluff, volume to your eyebrows, which girl be needing. Love this, and it's only a couple of quid from Essence. Amazing, and cruelty free as well, which the higher end version of this one is not. Just FYI. Now for the fails. Remember I was saying how I love my Too Faced powder? I thought this might be a really, really, really good alternative to it, and so much cheaper. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. Sorry, now this is probably going to blind you. Yeah, there you go. So obviously the title is quite similar, Primed and Poreless, Prime and Fine. And it's translucent powder, just looks like this. As you can see, yes, I definitely have been using it. However, it doesn't perform the same as the Too Faced at all. This is exactly what I hate about setting powders. It makes me look so cakey, so powdery, it gathers in around my nose. I mean, no, I really don't like it, and I really don't recommend it. Sorry Catrice, I love you, but I do not love this. Next, it's still in the box. It sickens me. Everyone raves about this product. Everyone. It's almost unanimous, and I fucking hate it. This is the Anastasia Brow Definer, and I got it in the colour Auburn because I was more like reddish at the time. I got it in Sephora in Chicago, I think. So basically this is like the brow pencils, which I also hate, by the way, only this one kind of comes in that angular shape, which is allegedly to make it easier for you to apply your brows. Far too thick for my brows. It looks really unnatural, thick, blocky, horrible, yuck. No, don't recommend. 20 something quid down the swanny. So I'm gonna have to find someone who really likes this and pass it off to them. And lastly, my last fail. I'm getting way too washed out. My last fail, I got this in Chicago as well in Whole Foods. Oh my god, when is Whole Foods going to go? Sorry, I just adjusted the light there a little bit. When is Whole Foods going to come to Ireland? That is like my mecca, my heaven. When I go to America, I could spend half a day in Whole Foods just asked to eat. Oh my god, obsessed. So I was in the Whole Foods like cosmetics section, and they had the makeup brand there called Pacifica, which is a specific vegan makeup brand, and I was like, oh, this could be nice. And then I remember hearing my friend Gemma here on YouTube saying that it's really hard to find a really good vegan mascara. Most of them aren't, and I can't really understand why they wouldn't be vegan, but anyway. So I picked up the Pacifica Dream Big mascara. It looked promising. I googled reviews and they looked pretty good. No. The idea of it's good. I liked the look of the wand. It's like one of those, you know, spiky wands. And I don't know if I'm able to show you now, but if you twist the bottom, it compresses the wand, so it gives you more chunky lashes. It's a bit of a gimmick, to be honest. But that aside, when I apply it, it looks fine. And then I do my curly lash trick, like my previous video. And this just does not hold the curl. No matter how many times during the day I curl my lashes, it will always fall back down. It just feels like a really stiff mascara. I don't rate it. And it wasn't cheap. I think it was like $24, something like that. So if you were looking for a vegan mascara and you saw this, I would say give it a miss. So that is everything for my current favourites. Again, let me know in the comments section down below if you'd like me to talk about more alternative favourites. I would be more than happy to do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Mwah! Bye!